position.
They're led out by a three-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Dalton. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
They'll run with a late signee in camp. This is Kenyon Drake. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. On the option right is Jackson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. This is brought in at the 21. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. And if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And Dalton to throw. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, 46 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll go option to the short side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
This is probably the only game I'm going to be commentating. I'm going to be commentating some of it. Ravens are not looking good right now. Ravens aren't really doing well in the first quarter.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Lamar Jackson can't get his run game in. He hasn't even got a single rushing yard. He has a -5 rushing yards right now.
They've got it 1st and 10.
Which is pretty bad. So right now in round two we have 49ers at 1, Cowboys 1, Giants 1, Bears 1, Buccaneers 1, Jaguars 1. Then we have the Saints and Ravens playing right now.
Credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Lions are out of it, Vikings are out of it, Raiders are out of it, Dolphins are out of it, Browns are out of it, and Cardinals are out of it. The rest of the teams are in it. Okay, we have Dalton on 2nd and 6. He's gonna throw, caught, first down.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Dalton into the first quarter.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints. Andy Dalton. Hands it to Kamara.
First down carry. It's Kamara.
Kamara finds a hole and gets 8 on the play.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And after that type of a run,
If the Saints score again, the Ravens are in trouble. They'll be down 17-0 and almost the end of the first quarter or first half. Dalton threw it quick. Wasn't able to hit the receiver.
Prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to
He threw it too fast, bro. He should have waited.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it.
3rd and 2.
In this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
He's gonna throw. It's intercepted.
That's gonna be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
Kyle Hamilton gets the pick. Safety from Notre Dame. That's my Fighting Irish.
And maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right.
That could honestly bring them back in the game. They have to score, though.
Really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll start with the option.
He's keeping it, and he finally gets some rushing yards. He gets 3.
The keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
I know, he has no rushing yards right now because of the negative 3 yards he had.
Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Second and 7.
That's going to be that triple option. I'm calling it. Jackson's going to pull it. That was a jet sweep. He gets nowhere. Loss of 1 here. It's going to be 3rd and 8. They might not even score out of this out of the interception they got.
Maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's wide open. That gives him at least a field goal right now.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Saints do get the ball. Saints get the ball next half because beginning of the game, I forgot to stream it, but first play for the Ravens, they threw an interception to the Saints.
This offense finding its legs now.
QB drill.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
Nope. Oh, wide open.
Touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with
Mark Andrews.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
This is a game now. After this touchdown, this is a game.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
He ain't gonna have nothing under the tree. He touched his hat, so they probably won't be moving.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll
4:44 left.
this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Triple fours.
Touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's
only
not changing.
3.
They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. So Dalton now.
There's Chris Olave.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here it is.
From the
Kamara.
run for Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up
Gets
about
4.
4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Dalton. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time.
But now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Dalton.
Caught! Oh my God. Beautiful catch there.
With the first down at the Ravens 30. A nice pickup of 23.
Jarvis Landry.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
2 minutes and 35 seconds.
1st and 10 for Dalton.
Throws. Caught. It's a 9-yard gain.
He'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pick.
So I can't ever commentate. I always have people screaming in the background.
Up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that.
I can't ever commentate, bro.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
2-minute warning. Touchdown will put them back up by 10, and they'll get the ball next half.
10-7, our score.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Dalton now to pass. And he can't
Damn, he's got sacked by 10 yards.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation.
Landry catches it. It's going to be 3rd and 12.
Try and take you out of that.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I will fucking hit you right upside the head.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is going to be...
They're just going to kick it.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down.
Defense got to show up, though, because they still have a minute.
Nowhere to go with the football. forces the incompletion.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From
34
right
yards.
Just a 34-yard attempt.
You're the one that's trying to move everyone up.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, it's Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw here, Dalton. He completes it to Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Play action here with Dalton. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Kamara up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Dalton. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Passing, it's Dalton. He gets this one to Johnson.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Andy Dalton.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, he's had success running the football on this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Johnson's got it complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara.
And he's got it down to the 28. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Lutz is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
the made field goal. Lutz to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Jackson throwing once more. And that's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Jackson. Middle of the field. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Again, it's Kamara. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing, Jackson. Pass complete to Edwards.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long.
Here's Jackson. Connects with Duvernay.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Jackson to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. P.J. Williams with a pick.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.